G'day everybody, welcome back to Forever Skies. Now in the previous episode we followed the objective for this platform and we found a room which had a data pad in it with some entry about some kind of research that was going on to grow some plants that I assume would maybe clean out or consume some of the dust that we're seeing down there. So obviously there was a desperate attempt by several scientists to try and do something about this massive catastrophe, but yeah, as you can see in looking around, they were not successful. So, but I don't know if that's actually related to the virus sample that we're going to need to find, I guess, as the long-term objective. But anyway, without further ado, let's continue our work here. We do need to perhaps maybe focus a little bit more on the airship and what we can do in our moving home. And one of the things that I've sort of been ignoring is really taking a deeper look at the research station and what we can actually get researched right now. So we may as well do that. We may need certain resources obviously to research everything, but let's just research things that we can for the moment. One thing that I definitely want to get is this tool charger, because some of our tools look to be running out of juice sometime very soon, so it'll be good if we can actually recharge that, but we need to find circuit boards in order to actually do that. So hopefully if we do manage to progress the story a little bit more in this episode, maybe we'll find some circuit boards. We were lucky enough to find some polymers, and as a result we were able to craft our very first knife, which is really nice. We've got this thing here which is a extractor. We need energy crystals to be able to actually research the extractor, and I don't think we have any whatsoever. So let's maybe start with some of the quote-unquote easier things to research here first. Ooh, this looks awesome. Crossbow and bolts, although there hasn't really been anything that is hostile to us aside from the environment, that is, and some of the toxins in the plants. But I'm probably more inclined to get one of these large bottles. That way we can actually, you know, make I guess bigger batches of water, and we can sort of take bigger batches of dirty water with us, and yeah, I think that'll be very useful to have, and maybe we can then start thinking about storing some of these smaller bottles of water for other purposes. We did find some plant oil recently, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we do with plant oil, to be fair. I suppose we'll probably find out sometime soon, but anyway, storage. I'm just thinking about whether or not we can expand our storage a little bit more. Might not be a bad idea. So let's have a look here. So yeah, we can make another storage box. Why not? That way we'll sort of get ready for you know, I guess doing a little bit of a play around with our inventory if we do need to. Let's see, in terms of other stuff that we can research, so we've got this unique insect lure. Interesting, but I don't think we've actually used the other tier that we researched recently, which is the higher quality lures. Let's just take a look at what that is exactly. Here we go, advanced insect lure. And the reason why we haven't done this is because we're out of sun melons. I've been eating all of our sun melons, so I kind of need to remember to keep one and actually make these advanced insect lures instead. Hopefully that'll give us a lot more food. Then there's this, the electric cooker, which we haven't crafted yet. Let's get that going. I'm really curious to see what we can do with that. I think there were some plants that we saw on this platform which called out specifically that it wasn't wise to eat it without actually, cooking the plant first. So hopefully that'll help us on that front, and maybe we can get a lot more, food that way. So I'm not entirely sure why we have research options for these things, which seems to be just normal materials, unless we're saying that we're going to be able to craft these things ourselves. So I don't mind just maybe researching each and every one of those, because perhaps maybe we might have a need to craft some basic components to then use in, bigger things or more advanced things. Let's place that down. All of our status bars seem to be doing really good, except for our stamina. We do need to have a sleep sometime soon, so let's continue here. So we'll get the plastic scrap as well. Let me just take a look if there's anything else that we want to craft.
Research finalized.
Yeah, okay, so these large bottles, we actually need empty bottles for these. Oh, it's nice. We actually only need one empty bottle, but we need polymers and synthetics to actually get it to become like a larger bottle. So then we've got this condenser membrane as well. So I've researched how to essentially get I guess one of these things crafted, the water collector, or is it water collector or water? Well, I guess this is a rainwater collector, so I'm not entirely sure what you call this. Water condenser or something like that. Anyway, let's get the polymer researched so we can make our own polymer. Okay, we need some synthetic material, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, part of the problem that we had in the previous episode was actually not being low enough to try and gather some of these resources. So I am actually going to lower our ship a little bit more so that we can essentially gather what we need here, and we'll spend a bit of time doing this because we definitely need a lot of synthetic material in, I guess, various crafting recipes. And we need heaps of metal as well, so... Alright, I think that should do it for now. Let's head back, and again, let's park. Now, there's probably a lot of stuff that we can try and, I guess, harvest or extract from all of these structures above us. We can't exactly reach all of those sections right now with the max altitude that we have, so it might also be a good idea at this point to think about perhaps maybe putting more turbines down, and yeah, I'm just also having a think about whether or not I want even more space, but maybe we can go with additional rooms later, because I think we already have space for a couple more turbines on the sides, so we just need to craft those. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we've got enough for just one. But we're definitely going to need a little bit more metal. I'm just wondering if I can extract some of this stuff from here. Yeah, okay, we can definitely reach it. Or some of them, anyway. Okay, good. Bit of glass there. It's nice. But I suppose we might need quite a bit more. So, yeah, we're gonna have to sort of return to, I don't know, maybe below us to try and get some more metal. Let's actually do that, because we're gonna have to wait a while for the turbine. Well, I say that now, but it's just completed, so a bit of metal here.
Calories level is decreasing. Fatigue. Rest is recommended.
Okay, so let's grab that turbine and just gonna see if we can craft another one right now. And that should hopefully give us the altitude that we need to sort of explore a bit further above us and see if we can extract all the things that we want from up there. Now, in terms of doing additional exploring on this platform, I did sort of come back to the game a little bit, and I decided to stop recording a little bit because there was some sort of weird thing that happened after I came back to the game, and that is the room with the objective that we saw previously had disappeared. So I'm guessing the way this game works is that perhaps maybe there's some kind of procedural generation of objectives, and as soon as you've actually completed the objective, they actually get rid of certain segments of the platform that you perhaps don't really need anymore, which I found to be kind of strange. So anyway, I was going to run up there to show you guys, but I suppose we're going to have to fly up anyway, so let's not worry about that. Let's chuck a turbine right next to the other one here. Maybe I want to just have a look at how this thing is connecting on the side.
Maximum flight altitude increased.
Okay, that looks good, and let's get the other one. Alright.
Maximum flight altitude increased.
There we go. Okay, so now we should be able to fly a lot higher. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get to the top, but at the very least we'll be able to reach all these other resources, and hopefully we'll be able to stock up on a little bit more like glass and stuff, especially because that seems to be a bit rarer. One thing I'm not entirely sure of is whether or not resources like glass are hard to come by or not. And, you know, it's a little bit hard to judge as to whether or not I need to spend a lot of time trying to extract all this stuff. Because if they're not too hard to come by, I can always sort of extract what I need and then leave.
Risk of dehydration.
Oh, let's have some water then. There we go. And yeah, before we leave, there's a couple of things that we need to do still at this platform. So there was another sort of plant that we saw, which we haven't really investigated. It was sort of growing on the main pillar of the platform. They sort of looked a little bit like pumpkins, so we're definitely going to have a look at that and see if we can maybe interact with it, maybe eat it. And then there's also the plants that we've already seen, which apparently need to be cooked, so we need to sort of figure out what to do there. In fact, speaking of cooking, we have our electric cooker here. Perhaps maybe we should put that down. Okay, we can't place this outside apparently. Right, so our cooker is just going to have to go maybe here. And yeah, we're going to have to experiment with that. I'm not sure if every type of food can be cooked, or if it's just only a few different types of foods, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. We've got plenty of synthetics to continue our polymer research, so let's keep that going. And yeah, let's continue extracting more materials.
Research finalized.
While we're flying about here, we could potentially use our lure a little bit more. Are we at max altitude already? We are. Goodness me. Alright. So we already have like another 2 turbines, so unfortunately not really getting too far up, but that's okay. We could potentially still gather what we need from down here. And this is where a hand-held extractor might come in handy, and I believe we do have the ability to research one. I just don't think that we have all of the required materials for that just yet. Okay, we probably need to get a better angle for that one. Cool. So let's maybe figure out what we're gonna do about food. Don't exactly have any food that we can eat right now. Let me just craft a simple insect lure, and we'll quickly use that to try and load up on a little bit of food. Chuck that in there. Lower that.
Caution. A storm is coming.
Brilliant.
Risk of starvation.
Yeah, it seems like since the previous episode we've been getting a whole bunch more storms. I don't know if it's just the area that we're in, or if it's just going to be like this constantly. I assume it's going to be pretty constant. This is just something that we're going to have to live with. So far, I haven't really seen too much danger with the storms. But that could potentially change. Okay. Oh, we're actually being blocked, so let's just move the airship a little bit. Okay. I thought we had to lower it, so that's okay. we'll wait a little bit more. Meanwhile, should be able to get some more glass. And I think that might be it for this area. Which means... oh, actually there's a little bit more metal here. Okay, let's eat that immediately. And what I'm gonna do with the next morsel of food that we get is I'm gonna try and chuck it into the electric cooker and see what happens. I'm just hoping that we can actually get a little bit more food from cooking stuff rather than eating it whole or raw. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else there. So let's take that and let's use the cooking station. Ooh, okay, so this is something that I didn't know, but apparently we need water to cook with as well. Let me chuck that in there, and okay, we don't have any water to use right now. We're gonna have to gather some water and see if we can experiment with this thing. So I think what I'll do next is I'll see if I can swing our airship around, and if you notice down there, that was sort of another platform that had a few additional things on it, and as you can see, it's disappeared after I've loaded back into the game. And yeah, essentially this game removes maybe assets and stuff that you no longer need because you've already sort of researched stuff, or you've already sort of completed a certain objective, which yeah, can be a little bit weird and disorienting. But anyway, I'm just gonna see if I can park our airship nicely, maybe on this side, and then we're gonna sort of figure out what we need to do with this area before we leave. Okay. Yeah, bit janky, but that's okay. We'll survive. Okay, so we need water. So let's just grab some dirty water, and we can then start filtering. And yeah, perhaps maybe we should be thinking about getting the larger water bottle. Let's take a look at what we need for that. Okay, we need some more polymers. We did research the polymer before, so...
Risk of starvation.
Okay, so we can make it with the plant oil. That's nice. Let's actually do that. I wonder if it might be a good idea to have several printers. That might speed things up for us when we want to craft stuff. But anyway, yeah, we're at risk of starvation once more. Good times. Let's lower... oh, actually, I don't think we'll be able to lower the lure. So we'll come back to that. And I think we need a few of these polymers, if I'm not mistaken, so 5 of them. I don't really see any other use for the oil right now. So perhaps maybe if we can just remove all of the oil, we can perhaps maybe find some more. I'm not sure if we've gathered all of the oil in this area. So we can search for some more oil. Might grab some more dirty water. Another batch.
Printing completed.
We can come back to the polymer in a second. But what I do want to do is this. I want to check out what these things are. Green colander. Filters water from air. Advised to boil it before consumption. Okay.
Immunity is decreasing.
Okay.
Vulnerability to viruses rises.
We can't exactly reach that one. I wonder if there's more over this side. Yep. Okay, green colander. So apparently we need to boil these things first.
Hydration level is decreasing.
It does give us 30 food though, and it lasts 1 day before it becomes rotten. Any more? Another battery here. Then there are these. Let's check these out. Okay, we get biomass. And a canola multi-doit flour. Eating raw is not advisable as well. Interesting. Okay, but we should have enough water right now to cook stuff. So perhaps maybe we should check that out. We don't really have enough space for storing more stuff, so we might have to sort of store a few things in our storage box. Let's go ahead and do that. We are about to starve to death though, so I might actually switch that out. We'll eat that. And got some water. We can use our water for this. And yeah, let's boil that and let's see what happens. I don't know how long it's gonna take actually, so but anyway, we'll leave that to chug along. But yeah, those were the two things that I wanted to do. I'm not entirely sure if we can get more of these things. Very difficult to reach. I wonder if I might take full damage here, but alright, let's try that again. Alright, very difficult to reach. Okay. That took 3/4 of our health away. Was it worthwhile? I'm not sure. Got some more epoxy. Nice. Not seeing anything else. Okay, there's plenty of stuff in here. Plenty of oil as well. Don't exactly have a free bottle for that. Let's check out our boiled flour, and we'll see if that gives us a lot of hunger, or sorry, a lot of food. Yeah, and this lasts for a couple of days, which is really, really nice. Let's eat it. Okay, that's kind of average, but it did sort of give us a bit of food without actually causing any damage, which is nice. Our health meter isn't really recovering though, which is not great. Let's chuck that in there. Let's grab a little bit more. And yeah, I'll be curious to see if we can get a little bit more food from cooking that pumpkin-looking thing. Yeah, hopefully it'll keep us going for a while. There are so many of these plants though, I'm not entirely sure if I want to gather all of them, because we will run out of space soon for, I guess, any additional biomass that we might want to collect, so... Okay, that's going to be it. These flowers we might be able to sort of keep. It does last for a couple of days before becoming rotten, so I assume that's going to be a pretty steady source of food for us for the time being. Aside from all the other stuff that we can obviously catch from the dust. Let's consume that. The green colander. Oh wow. Okay, that recovered quite a lot of our hunger bar there. So that's really, really good. I'm gonna store some flowers. And yeah, this I think we should maybe cook right now. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll grab some water and we'll have a bit of a drink. And we've got some more dirty water in that we can purify. That should give us the ability to
Fatigue. Rest is recommended.
To get some more oil, and we definitely need a lot of that oil if we're gonna make any more polymers. So let's just see if we can get to this place. I think this is a little bit dangerous. I might actually sleep and recover our stamina bar a little bit, because I definitely don't want to fall to my death. Okay, yeah, our health bar is definitely recovering, ever so slowly. I think we can afford to have a full sleep, and then we can consume this. And I think that'll keep us going for a very long time. Wow, look at this crimson / pink sky. Alright, so I think this is maybe the last thing that we'll try and do here, so we'll loot this area. Nice, another polymer there. I like it. So, plant oil. Ooh, some water. I'll take that. Can we find anything here? Okay. I can't seem to get through here, guys. That's 3, 4, 5. Nice. Strange. I can't seem to get through. I wonder if I can maybe loot some of the stuff from the other side. I think I possibly could, like here, but then I won't really be able to get any of the other stuff. I mean, I don't really see anything in that locker anyway, so perhaps maybe there's no real need for us to, you know, try and go inside from that side, but I would like some of the oil if we can get it, but then we don't really have enough bottles. Let's just take a look at whether or not I can make some polymer. So okay, we've only got 3, so we need a couple more. It'd be also nice if there was a way we could queue things up rather than sort of have to print things one at a time. But anyway, just small quality of life things.
Printing complete.
Okay, here we go. We can access these ones. I didn't even realize. Okay, and we just need a little bit more space, don't we? So I think I'm going to dedicate this to food storage. Oh, and let's get printing on the go. There we go. Once that's done, we should be able to get the bigger bottle, and then I think maybe we'll use the bigger bottle for storing oil, because we might not need oil all the time. I mean, I say that now, but perhaps maybe there might be a massive need for even more polymers, or maybe even using oils to make other stuff even. Yeah, it feels real dangerous running around on these platforms. I feel like there's always a risk of just falling off to our death. We need 1 empty bottle, so let's chuck. Oh, goodness me. Alright, I didn't mean to drink all of that water. Anyway, we've got an empty bottle right now. Let's you know what? I'm just thinking that I could have used the plant oil for a bigger bottle. Sorry, the bottle with the plant oil for the bigger bottle, but yeah, alright, well, we're just gonna craft the large bottle with the one that we're using for water for the time being. And yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we can tidy up here. Perhaps maybe these repair patches, we might not need those on hand all the time. Large bottle, nice, okay. Is there a way to... Ah, yes, okay, we can actually transfer the oil into the bottle that we want. That's really, really nice. Okay, really handy. So now... I don't know, I feel like perhaps maybe we do need like another small bottle. We should be able to carry clean water and dirty water at the same time. So let's just make another bottle.
Printing completed.
You know, I probably didn't have to fuss if that was the case. I could have just made another bottle and used a spare bottle. But anyway, hindsight. Let's just grab all of this. Drop that off. I think we're ready to depart, guys, because we've been on this platform for a while. I mean, we spent half the episode last time on this platform, and I'm guessing this is already more than half the episode this time around as well. So I think it's about time we get going. and see if we can make our way to the destination that we need to get to. So the exclamation mark is really our main objective. There's plenty of these sites that we could potentially visit, but I don't think there's a desperate need for any sort of resources, especially like foods or anything like that, just yet. We've got plenty of things that we can try and cook for later on. Got plenty of water as well. So I think it's really just about getting ourselves going. Actually, let me just quickly look at our research once more. Yeah, okay. Definitely can't get a lot of these things. We could potentially work our way towards the crossbow and bolts, but I might do that once we actually have a need for those things. Let's get the electric components crafted.
Research finalized.
Ooh, and we also have biomass fuel that we can craft. I'm guessing that's as a result of us picking up some biomass, so that's nice. Medium efficiency, low efficiency, so I guess this will just allow us to travel further with one batch. Let's check on the fuel situation. 28. I suppose we should wait until we completely run out of fuel before we replace and get more fuel. But yeah,
Printing completed.
let's set a course and let's get to where we need to go. We do have these mountains blocking our way, sort of, so I wonder if we might have to work our way around those mountains. So I'm thinking we'll go this way. I do see what appears to be some kind of a platform there. It is definitely on the radar as well, and that might be a good place for us to you know, gather more resources, maybe even like stock up on some water and stuff like that. So let's grab that fuel. We're gonna need it very soon. Let's have a look at what we've got here. We've still got some batteries, first aid kit. We could have used a first aid kit before if we really wanted to, but I didn't really think that there was a need. Let's grab that, chuck that in there. Transformer, craftable element used to produce advanced devices. So I'm not entirely sure what needs a transformer just yet. Maybe some of the airship parts might start needing advanced things. But anyway, looks like we're out of fuel. Let's chuck the biomass fuel in there. Might be a good chance for us to catch stuff that might be hiding underneath the dust. Let's just correct our course a little bit here. Okay, so the tower or the platform that we visited before had the same symbol as this one. I wonder if that means that it would give us new tech or maybe just the same sort of materials that we saw before. Anyway, this could be a good opportunity to just gather some basic materials, come to think of it.
Immunity is decreasing. Diseases might become more severe.
I wonder why our immunity is going down. Is it just because we need to hydrate more? Let's just drink a little bit more water. Oh, actually, sorry, our water is actually quite full. I'm going a little bit crazy on the water here. which is probably something that I should be just a little bit weary about, because we could potentially run out of water at some point. We're very close to the platform here. Let's take control and let's perhaps make our way down, and we could land on this platform if we wanted to as well, so that's probably not a bad idea. I wonder if there's some kind of damage on the ship that I'm not aware of, and yeah, I just keep seeing like some flickering. I wonder if there are like some sparks or something like that coming off of the airship, but anyway, let's continue. Yeah, there we go, more sparks. Or perhaps maybe that's just like a graphical glitch or something like that. But anyway, while we're still hovering, might be a good idea for us to just gather some materials here. I think I saw some metals as well. Let me just back up. There we go. Alright, looking good. Oh, I see some kind of a small tent over there. Might be interesting to just check that out. Definitely a little bit of water that we can gather. I don't know how important it is to, you know, visit each and every one of these platforms. Probably not that important, but, you know, if we're running low on resources, it's always a nice thing to be able to just stop somewhere. Alright, may as well consume this. Give us a little bit more immunity. Okay, so got some plastic pieces here. This platform looks very, very familiar. I feel like maybe a lot of the platforms might look sort of the same as each other. Which is fair enough, you know. Data card. Short railing. Okay, so I'm guessing that's just something for the airship. We'll take a look at some point. More repair patches. Electric components. Yeah, our inventory is starting to look pretty horrendous. Yeah, it's nice that we can just, like, pick up some of these, I guess, basic components without having to craft them ourselves, but then also it's nice that we can craft them if we really, really need to. Alright, let's head down. Ooh, okay. There we go. I think I'm pretty happy with that. But I do want to check what's going on with that little tent down below. Probably should move the airship a tiny bit.
Caution. A storm is coming.
Okay. I wonder if we can get some new tech down here. Too old. Under the new law, the older you are, the lower the housing you're entitled to, because the shortest life awaits you anyway. Jeez. I qualify for the lowest group, so for the time being I moved out here. I'm not going to die from smog just because someone decided I'm too old. Twats. Almost as if they want to forcefully volunteer us to go beneath the smog. It's pretty horrible. Let's see. Definitely do not want to get struck by lightning. Okay, looking good. I think we're done in this location, to be honest. I don't really see anything particularly interesting. No plants or anything like that. I just remembered though, from the previous platform, we could have picked up a few more patats. I think I saw a few more patats in the soil. So, anyway. I'm sure we'll find some more patats at some point. Let's check our map and let's see where we can go. Do I want to visit this platform? I don't know if it's like super necessary, but you know, I am sort of curious to see if we do visit these ones with the green, whether or not they'll actually give us like new tech each time, because you know, that's what we essentially found when we arrived at the previous one. So yeah, that's basically our next goal there. Hopefully we have enough altitude to actually land on that one. We'll find out, I'm sure. Let's lock our speed here. And let's check on the food. Sorry, not the food, the fuel. We're at 27. I don't know if we've got enough biomass for another batch. Yes we do. It's good. Alright. There's this platform as well, which might have like a lot of tech-related stuff. Maybe copper and whatnot. I don't know how critical that's gonna be.
Printing completed.
But you know what? I mean, while we have the opportunity, we may as well gather it, right? So... Okay. Again, I'm not entirely sure how much we're really gonna need, but yeah, I mean, this is already presenting a bit of a problem for us now. We do need even more storage. I can't even pick up the biomass fuel. Let's do that, and let's chuck the fuel in. And I think what we'll do is just do another storage container. And that should be able to take some of our extra materials here. We've definitely got a lot of glass now, which is nice to see.
Printing completed.
Alright. That'll go right there. And let's just chuck all of our excess stuff in here. So maybe the glass as well. I don't know how valuable epoxy might be, but I suppose it could be pretty valuable. Let's see here. Still 2 days. These ones are going off in 6 hours. So let's cook one of them. And I don't think we really need to land here, unless perhaps maybe we need batteries. I don't know how valuable batteries are. But look, we know it's there. Let's work our way to this platform. And yeah, I think perhaps maybe when we start the next episode, we're basically going to be starting from this platform. We'll see if there's anything special that we can find there. I mean, we might find something special in this episode. See how we go. But then, yeah, I think the next episode we're going to make a beeline for the main objective, which will hopefully give us some new components and stuff like that that will help us sort of craft some better gear. Another thing that we could think about as well, if we really wanted to do it right now, is we could upgrade the airship even more. We're definitely, obviously, already running out of space for storage. Let's eat that. Nice. And yeah, I think that's going to keep us going for a while. Our stamina is less than halfway though. Let's check out the area. Okay, more water. Actually, I can probably go with 10 right now. And then once we drop the dirty water in, we should be able to... Oh, actually, I'll take that back. We do need to sort of empty the dirty water because we have clean water going right now in the tank. Let me just quickly grab that. I haven't exactly needed a membrane just yet. Can I actually craft a membrane? Yeah, I can. 10 synthetic. But I suppose I should only craft it when I need it. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Alright. Okay. I'm going to need to maybe extract our way in. It's an actual post box. Residential towers. Recently, 2 residential towers in our sector collapsed. In light of this sorrowful news, we're looking for volunteers willing to go under the smog to reinforce the foundations of the rest of the towers. If we don't do anything, we could end up just like them. Jeez. Pretty dire. Ooh, okay. I've actually got a invisible wall going on over here, so can't really see what's going on in there. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, this looks super safe. Anyway. Give me the polymers. Nice empty bottle right there. I might make another large bottle if we can. Data card. Metal floor. Okay, nice. So, some better pieces for the airship. Some something I can scan? No. Something I can extract. So in some ways, and obviously it's kind of natural for a lot of people to compare this to Subnautica, but in Subnautica you're out there sort of scanning sort of debris in the hopes of being able to craft stuff yourself later on. And something similar happens in this game, although you don't scan a lot of pieces, you basically pick up data pads that actually give you the info that you need. And I suppose you can find them in more ways than just one. Okay. Ruse flower. Have we seen one of these? Yes. Decorative plant. Yeah, I think we've seen those. This is the ink type plants, and here are the patates. I don't know how long they last. Okay. They last for about a day, which is nice. We'll grab a few. So, is it safe to assume, I wonder, that we'll never really run out of resources, provided that we make pit stops like a regular thing? I think so. There's that room with all of the vines over there. That might be interesting. I keep hearing stuff. I wonder if that's the plant that we... Ah, yes, here. The... what are these called again? The colanders. These things are actually good eating, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for them. Nothing special here, and you know, of course it's really tempting to just like try and loot everything, but if we did that, I feel like we're not really going to be moving on very quickly, so... Ooh, okay. Oh god. What was that? I can't exactly see. So there's something in here. Ooh, is that some kind of an insect? It does look like it, doesn't it? I think it's time for getting our crossbow and bolts. As that's the very first hostile thing that we've come across, aside from the weather. Alright, well, I think we're gonna come back to making the crossbow and bolt in the next episode, guys, but I am gonna have a sleep right now, just to recover some of our stamina. We'll have a drink of water.
Dehydration. Critical condition.
Oh, okay. Bit of garbled sounds there from the AI. I'm not entirely sure why. We do have a virus though, vertigo virus. I'm not entirely sure what that's doing to us. Here we go, vertigo virus from a lulling grass cricket. So I didn't exactly see this thing because it was a little bit dark. I wonder if we'll be able to like craft like a torch or something, but anyway, we need to cure the virus to find the medicine list, but I'm not entirely sure what's going to cure it just yet. Therapeutic nutrients, potassium. So perhaps maybe we'd need some potassium. But anyway, let's drink some water. Yeah, okay, that garbling is probably a result of the virus, I'm guessing. Yeah, here. Auditory and visual hallucinations. Immune system is compromised due to focus on ridding the body of toxins. Alright, well, we know what to do when we come back in the next episode. We're gonna try and find a cure. I mean, aside from that, obviously, making our way to the objective back here. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As usual, guys, leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. And I'm particularly looking forward to, any comments that you guys have of suggestions of, what to do next, and how to sort of prepare the airship, etc., etc. Any requests or commentary from you guys on how we should plan out our journey is definitely most welcome. On that note, guys, maybe a lot of you guys are new to the channel. I do look at and respond to every single comment that comes through on my channel. I still am afforded the luxury of doing that since I am a smaller channel. So if you do feel like interacting, definitely don't be a stranger. Alright guys, this is me signing off. Stay true. I'll see you guys in the next one.